Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you happen to be watching this stream from. I was going to be doing a live reaction to the most recent Y-Files video on the school that saw the UFOs. I think it was in Nigeria. I'm not entirely certain. I'll have to actually do the reaction to it. And I will be doing that shortly. In the meantime, though, I have just been listening to a video by a YouTuber that I quite like, and they used the term extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and many popular YouTubers at the moment are using this particular phrasing whenever they are discussing the UFO, UAP topic, and I think it is, yeah, it's frustrating. Let me just quickly play you a clip. Let's go.
A skeptic, not a denialist. If there is proof someday, I am open to it. I would love for non-hostile aliens to have visited Earth and for us to be reverse engineering their technology. Hey, that would be pretty cool. I bet you my quality of life might eventually see a massive jump once we figure stuff out. But extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And that's why I think today's UAP hearing isn't really moving the needle.
Okay. There we go. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. No. What? No. How? That does not make any kind of logical sense. Any claim is extraordinary until it is proven otherwise. So in that sense, every single piece of evidence is extraordinary. There is no such thing as a non-extraordinary piece of evidence, or there is no such thing as an extraordinary piece of evidence. It means nothing. There's absolutely no meaning to that. Literally anything from prior to the age of cameras and photography, all of that is just based on hearsay, written down evidence. So are we saying that anything from before the mid to late 1800s just, probably didn't really exist? Well, I mean, obviously there's like physical evidence of different things, but do we really know who did different things and whatnot? Like, I heard someone explain that Alexander the Great conquered X amount of the planet, and we only know that from written down evidence. So are we just going to go back and say, oh, no, we need extraordinary evidence, like a photo, or actually, bring out Alexander the Great on camera and get him to confirm whether or not that was actually something that he did? I don't think so, because, he's very much dead, so that is unlikely to happen. Anyway, as for the actual hearings and why people think that the evidence provided wasn't good enough, is because they know very little about the topic. This is the channel that I just showed you before talking about it. This is the first video he has done on the topic, and he knows clearly very little about the topic. I've seen many other popular YouTubers, ones that I quite enjoy watching the videos, also doing the exact same thing. Many people counter the hearings by saying that Mr. Grush is not a whistleblower because he's had his evidence checked by the Inspector General and been told that he can release the information, which is indeed true. He has had the information signed off, as it were, before presenting it. And what people on YouTube want is they want someone to just, storm the base and come out with this evidence and whatnot. And I think that is a little bit delusional. Firstly, those kind of things have happened time and time again. Take Bob Lazar. I don't know where I stand on his particular story. It's quite a vague story, but he is one of those people where he supposedly worked at one of these hidden bases, worked on retrieved crashes, got whatever level of evidence he had, first-hand witness reports and whatnot, came out and talked about it. Also had a video of the supposed UFOs, and then obviously what's happened, people have just called him a crazy crackpot, conspiracy theorist and whatnot. So that is exactly what happens when people come out and don't go through the correct channels. They just get called conspiracy theorists. So there is no real way to win in this topic, except for having a little bit of open-mindedness and just going, you know what? Who cares whether or not the evidence is extraordinary at the moment? Let's just see where it goes. Poo-pooing what is currently happening by saying, well, it's not extraordinary evidence, is a guaranteed way to make this not go anywhere, because it just means that people go, oh, well, they're right. The evidence wasn't extraordinary. Let's just not even fucking bother, which to me is just insane style. Yeah, it's the easiest way to just forget about everything that you are wanting to know and just giving up on it. Sweet. Anyway, that's all I have for this very moment. So, yeah, I will be with you shortly reacting to the live file stream.